Emma Hayes is a smart and beautiful 12-year-old girl. I first met her 3 years ago when she bravely told me how she'd always known she was a girl, even though she was born a boy. Back then, Emma's parents made the difficult but obvious decision to let her be their daughter. At the beginning of this year, she started high school, and now some even bigger changes are happening so Emma can permanently transition to life as a woman. And as you'll see, she's doing it with inspiring courage and strength.
Cold it is.
Emma Hayes is a beautiful young girl on the verge of becoming a woman.
Take a look from there.
She's discovered makeup and is even attracting the attention of boys in her class.
I think, okay, does that particular boy know about Emma? If they do, fine, no worries. But then if they don't, where do we stand on, you know, how much information do we disclose?
It's a scary time for any parent. But for Emma's mum, Megan, and dad, David, it's particularly daunting.
Splash! Throw the fish back in.
Because their daughter was once their son. To me, when I see her and I look at her, it's so obvious. She's so obviously a girl. You know, she does all the things that girls do,
Yes.
I presume.
Yes.
12-year-old Emma has been diagnosed with gender dysphoria, a condition where people are born one sex, but in their mind, they're another. For the first 8 years of her life, Emma was a boy named Ronan. Now, you'd never know he existed. How is she compared to how he was?
Oh, totally different.
Yeah, totally different.
Happy.
She can be who she wants to be. That's all it is.
Come here. Since we first met Emma 3 years ago, she's blossomed into a young woman. Look at you.
Look at you.
So good to see you. Back in 2013, she was grappling with concepts well beyond her years. Does it make you feel sad when people call you a boy?
Yes, it does. It makes me angry and sad because I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. I don't want to be running again.
Megan and David had known their son was different from the very beginning, preferring to play with girls' toys and dress up as a female.
We just put it down to a phase and thinking, okay, well, she's just a bit different to my first two boys, and left it at that.
Then, when Ronan was 4, came the moment that turned the family's world upside down forever.
I found her in the room just with a knife and pants down, and she tried to cut off her own penis. Yeah.
Didn't want a penis there.
No.
Wanted to actually cut it off.
Yeah, wanted to cut it off. She just didn't want it there. She didn't think it belonged there. She only ended up with a little scratch, thank God.
When Emma was eventually diagnosed at the age of 8, it came as instant relief to a young girl crying out for acceptance. Mum Megan decided to re-enroll her son at school, this time as a girl. Did it feel like at that point, when you look back, that was the moment you'd lost your son?
Yeah, I used to say that, you know, I have 3 boys and 1 girl. Trying to get that out of your head is really hard. But, yeah.
You can give yourself a break, you know. Now, what's happened in your life since I've last seen you?
I went to high school.
You're getting older now.
Yeah.
What, you're practically 21 or something? Hey?
I'm 12, so technically if you turn it around, it's 21.
12 years of age, huh? Pretty soon you'll just be a woman all grown up and you'll never ring your Uncle Karl ever again.
Yeah, I will.
You sure?
Yeah.
For the most part, it's been a positive transition for Emma and her parents.
I had no control
No, you
over it.
didn't actually.
Megan and David are now more concerned with how much screen time Emma has, than whether she will make it through a day at school. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing.
Oh, look over there, Emma. Look over.
At the start of the year, a couple of kids picked on me.
What sort of things did they say?
Like, you're a boy.
Did it hurt?
Oh yeah, kind of.
How did that make you feel when they did that?
Sad.
Did it?
Yeah.
What would you say to those people who are picking on your daughter?
Generally, we don't say anything, okay, because it's better to leave it than create more of a hassle. We will talk to Emma about it rather than talk to anyone else. I'd go that colour.
So, did you make the right decision?
I think we did. I couldn't see a future for Emma if we had have forced her to be Ronan. I don't think she'd be here.
You think she wouldn't have been able to cope?
Oh, no, she wasn't coping.
You said at the time that you would mourn the loss of a son. Did you?
I did. I suppose even now, there's sometimes that you sit back and go, well, what would Ronan be like now? So, yeah, even though Emma's an awesome kid, I couldn't, can't fault it. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. I can't explain it.
I still struggle a bit with what the future holds, but
In what way?
she doesn't.
Why do you struggle with the future?
Oh, just with, I suppose, the process and what is going to come up in a few, once puberty starts, sort of thing. But I couldn't find turning my back on her and saying, "This is not you. You can't do this."
What do you think the puberty blockers will do for you?
That'll stop me from becoming a boy.
Yeah. You don't want to become a boy, though, do you?
No,
How come?
because I'm a girl.
What worries you about becoming more like a boy?
They're smelly.
Aren't they?
No offense.
She's been extremely worried about her Adam's apple. Obviously, nothing's changed whatsoever, but in her head, it's that obvious fear that, oh my God, I'm turning into a man.
Yeah.
The clock's ticking.
Yeah, the clock is ticking.
I'm really looking forward to you meeting Emma.
I'm looking forward to meeting her too.
Good. 15-year-old Izzy Sproul knows exactly what Emma is going through. There she is, right here in the person, the little star. Because she was also born a boy. You want to be a woman?
Yes.
Yeah. As quickly as possible.
Yes.
Instantly, a friendship develops, and with it, an amazing sense of reassurance.
Izzy understands because we're the same, and other people just don't understand.
Were you worried about it?
Absolutely, especially knowing the high suicide rates of these children. And it was certainly a path I wasn't going to travel.
Who says there is an age limit for playgrounds?
Izzy's parents, Rachel and Don, always knew their third son wasn't like his older brothers. And they respected her wish to live and attend school as a girl.
It wasn't far into her life where she was doing different stuff to what normal little boys would do.
Like what?
She wanted to dress differently. She would go for different colours and toys and stuff that wouldn't be associated necessarily with boys, more associated with girls,
So what did you think about Luna Park yesterday?
Izzy is among a growing number of Australian children diagnosed with gender dysphoria.
Up to you. Thank you, Mum.
She now takes puberty blocker injections every 12 weeks and regularly meets with child gender specialist Dr. Elizabeth Riley.
You've been on the blockers now for about 5 years.
Yeah.
How would you describe gender dysphoria?
As people who don't identify with their body, when they look in the mirror, they expect to see something different than what they see. It's a constant reminder for them that they're not who they see themselves as, and that they're not being seen by others who they see and feel themselves to be.
Describe to me what it felt like when you were a little boy.
I felt like I was trapped in a cage, a very small cage where I couldn't move around very much.
Boy, that must have taken its toll.
Yeah.
And That moment that you were able to unlock that door of that cage in your head
Yeah.
meant that all that personality could come out and you could be yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel about yourself now?
I feel like I'm a free bird.
So what kind of tree do you think it is?
For all the positive changes Don and Rachel have seen in their beloved daughter Izzy, putting her on puberty blockers is not without consequences. She will never be able to experience having children of her own. Do you think she wants to have kids?
She knows she won't.
How'd she greet that news?
She was offered before the blockers, did we want to collect sperm? And when it was explained to her that she would have to go off blockers and then therefore experience a part of male puberty in order to be able to produce, to be able to store, she was adamant that that was just not going to happen. She was not stopping blockers for anybody.
Izzy is now looking forward to the next stage of her treatment, hormone replacement therapy. It will give her the opportunity to experience female puberty just like any other girl. But it comes with a hefty price tag. On top of the medical expenses, Australian parents of transgender children are also required to seek approval from a court. It's a costly process that can set them back as much as $30,000.
Just snowballs. It's cost after cost after cost after cost. And it's hoop after hoop after hoop.
Should you have to go to court in order to get hormone replacement therapy?
No.
Why not?
I don't think it's a court's decision. This is, if it's a medical issue, it should be dealt with by the appropriate medical people.
Smile.
Emma and Izzy's parents are prepared to do whatever it takes to help their daughters be who they really are. Do you think you're going to go ahead with the operation as soon as you can?
Oh, she will, yeah. Yeah, we're already talking.
If we're not on board, I don't think it'll stop her.
Yeah.
Because she'd do it now. She'd do it last year.
Would you let her do it now?
For her peace of mind, I would.
Should you be allowed to do it now?
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
From Emma's perspective, yes. However, as a mum, you know, that's where it's sort of like, oh, she's 12. Yes, she knows what she wants, but surgery right now, I probably even would say no. she's already hit me up for it.
What's that?
So, well, 18th birthday, we're going to Bangkok.
What for?
For boobs. For boobs.
Really?
Really. Yeah. So, and I said I would take her. Yep. 18th birthday.
So what do you want to do when you get older?
I want to be a homicide detective.
A homicide detective?
Yeah.
That's full on. Whatever the future holds, these two young girls can take comfort in the fact it's a fight their families aren't facing alone. Yeah. Something
Oh,
here?
what about this one, Carl?
Suits him just fine. Baby Grey.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why are you being so mean to
We
me?
can call you Baby Grey.
Izzy and Emma seem to have a connection straight away.
It's just like two peas in a pod.
That must be nice.
It is nice. Like, yeah, they're both on the same path, I suppose. So they both empathise with each other that, you know, I know what you've gone through because I've gone through the same thing.
And if Izzy has problems, she can rely on Emma to
Help each other.
help each other out.
You could change the world if you just let yourself be beautiful.
What would you tell Emma at 12 now that you're 15?
I would tell her to keep fighting for who you want to be. She deserves to show her opinions and feelings, and no one should stop her for that.